All right. Well, the first movie we got for tonight then is The Black Cauldron. Have you ever seen The Black Cauldron?
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen like any of these movies.
Yeah, I don't think I had seen The Black Cauldron before, and if I had, I did not remember it. And it was honestly a very good movie. I could see why it didn't perform well and why it's not a Disney classic because it definitely has more of an adult tone. But I just thought like the story, the lore in the movie, I thought it was one of the ones that I was more captivated to watch, maybe because I had never seen it and I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was definitely more captivated watching it. So I'm thinking my initial thought was to put it above Cinderella and below Sleeping Beauty.
Some high praise.
Honestly, like thinking about it, I think I said this originally when we were talking about Snow White, but like Snow White was a fine film, but it just
It's a
had
bad film.
so many boring moments. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Black Cauldron right there. Great spot for it.
I'm good with that.
Perfect. And then we've got four characters from the Black Cauldron to rate. So the Horned King. So he basically he has a small, and I would say very small knowledge of magic because he's not really seen doing many magical things.
Uh, uh,
I think he more like knows the research of magic, but maybe not necessarily the application of magic.
okay.
He can teleport. That's basically the one magic thing he did. But he got very burned by hot water. Like very burned. Like his hand was scalding hot. And he felt a lot of pain from it. It actually like made him not be able to catch the main character. Um
So kind of like how in like the Wizard of Oz, the witch died.
well he didn't die, but it definitely affected him a lot.
Excruciating pain, essentially. Um, that's pretty big.
I think I'm like I could make a case for looking at it, I really don't even know where to like begin with him.
Look, here's the thing. Old buddy's not too going too high here for me.
I'm like I'm honestly kind of thinking like 27? No,
Well,
26.
look, teleporting's cool,
Mhm.
and that's like really great for him. But like, you get a little glass of like H2O and splash it on that guy,
But it was
and
I don't think you're understanding the point where it was boiling hot water. Like that would hurt most people.
oh,
It was boiling hot water, like he touched boiling hot water, but for somebody with strong magic, I don't think that would affect them, but for him he was like "Arr."
oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's why I think like
I
he
thought it was like any kind of water.
no, I said hot boiling water. You're just asleep.
So this does change things.
Mhm.
Um, what's his main offensive attack?
Um, he can cast. I think he did at one point, like cast fire from his finger at one point.
Damn. Okay.
But like Willie is also like a moderate magic user and can teleport. KK saying 33, but
Hmm.
I feel like he could light Pooh up. I feel like he could light these characters up.
Hmm.
But I feel like maybe even under the whale, because like once he gets to the whale, like I feel like the whale could just chew him up and spit him out. Pooh,
Team up
Pooh is flame retardant. I don't I don't know if that's true. He
Could
can
be.
survive fire from the forest fire. Um yeah, I'm really struggling on this one. I think I'm liking 27 for him.
I can get behind that.
All right. Perdita, you out of here. All right. Next we got Terran. And with Terran, I this is one that I think you're gonna argue with me a lot.
Okay.
But let me tell you first what he's got going for him.
Cool.
He's skilled with a sword.
Yep.
One of the big things he does is he survives a fall off a balcony with no injuries. And but much like Prince Philip, he wields this magic sword. And this sword can basically cast lightning. In one swoop it cut through chains like the chains were literally butter. And the sword can also sword on its own.
Sword on its own.
Yeah, like it can fight on its own. I couldn't think of like an adjective for that or a verb for that.
So the sword attack, but do it also protect?
It do protect.
Okay.
He basically was able to hold himself against the magic being of the Horned King. And honestly, like I feel like much like Philip, in a fight with magic users, that sword is gonna be very handy for him. KK saying at least top 20. I'm honestly gonna go as wild as saying number 7.
Does sound like he do be tearing it up though.
I hate you. I hate you so much. So you want to do?
Why would he be Peter Pan?
Because Peter Pan uses a dinky little dagger. KK saying 8, so under Yinsid.
I think so.
You think under Yinsid?
Yeah.
Can I hear the case for under it, Yinsid? Because I'm thinking over Yinsid, mostly because I feel like Yinsid's magic. All right. Before I give in, give me the case for under Yinsid.
KK said it.
Okay. Well, that's not a good argument, so I think we're gonna put them numbers. KK can't even come up with an argument. Well, because I think like again, Yinsid has that downside of like using strong magic makes him tired. So I think he would mostly use small magic, which I think this guy's sword can combat. And I think like even like electrocution, I think Yinsid's not surviving that. Bro, one big magic shot can one hit. Right, but Terran can block Terran no you weren't. Terran can block it with the sword.
Or maybe he doesn't.
Okay. KK, you got one more shot for me to put him number 8. Use it big. Error. All right, makes sense, I guess. Okay, he gave in, so I'm just gonna put it number 7. I liked it. All right, and then we got old Benchy over here. I mean, her name is Ellen Lee, and she's clever.
Bench.
Timothy Mouse should be number 7. Yeah, bench. I put her on here and I was like, I'm pretty sure she's gonna go bench.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, we got Gurgi. We got old Gurgi.
Absolutely number 1.
Okay, well he doesn't do too much, but he is very brave. He was willing to sacrifice his life for the good of the kingdom. That he's shown to be very strong. He held his own against Terran without the sword. Gurgi, a poor man's Smeagol. Some would even say great value Smeagol. But yeah,
some lava.
But yeah, he's definitely a stronger character that can hold his own. And he really the only other ability that he had was sleight of hand, which I think would come in handy. Honestly, initial thoughts was 33.
What is he?
He's Gurgi.
Just like the name.
He's Gurgi.
I could do 33.
Yeah, KK is agreeing. 33 makes sense. I think like he's stronger than these characters, but gets shot by a gun. Man, Panchito's really like surviving on that gun.
He's the gatekeeper to the top 30.
He really is. However, we actually have a lot of gun users in coming up in this one. So yeah, that is actually it for the Black Cauldron.